Alright, this video we're going to talk about how to install a fuel pump. Well, this machine did not have a fuel pump. The battery's under the hood. I got this machine for free with no motor. Gas tank under the seat. So how to install a fuel pump on a John Deere, but the fuel pump does not come factory with the motor. So people say to drill a hole in your valve cover, put a fitting in there. Don't like drilling holes into the valve cover. Other people say drill into the air breather. You get a vacuum out of that. Tank out, put a tank under the hood, put the battery back and run it. I'm going to show you how I rigged up the fuel pump to work on this 13.5 IC OHV single cylinder. I'm going to show you how I did it. I was going to put Briggs & Stratton opposing twin in it, but I couldn't find one. So what I did was there's a line that comes from the back. I ran all new line. What I did was tapped in a fuel shut off. Under the tractor there's a fuel filter, which I might reverse those. I might bring the fuel filter up and run a different piece of line. So that line was already existent, so it's pretty hard. Then what I did was run my outlet to my carburetor. Then what I did was I hooked up this, which is your vacuum supply line to pump the fuel to the motor. I did, made a hole where the dipstick goes. So you put a hole in there and you're gonna get a barb fitting. Now I'll show you what I talk about for a barb fitting, if I can find one. I should have right here. So bought this kit off the internet, 1/4 inch barb fittings. Bought them off Amazon. Okay. So what I did was run the line from the dipstick to the fuel pump. Make sure when you go to do the system, you have a fully charged battery. So you can crank. It's going to take a while to pump the fuel from the back to the front. Once it started pouring out the line, I hooked it up to the carburetor. Now, I'm going to shut the hood. And I will show you now. This will indeedly start without anything. Choke on. You guys can see. You guys can clearly see this machine starts and runs off of that. So that is how to install a fuel pump. It's pretty easy. All I did here was went to the air cover base and put two self-tapping screws in there. I took one out because I wanted some flexibility, but it's there. It holds this thing. It runs with it, and it has no problem. So please like, subscribe, and comment if you want to see any more how-to videos.